Hey everybody, this is Dion Mitchell. I just wanted to shoot a quick video to kind of introduce y'all to On the Come Up, which is OTCU. Uh, what it basically is it's going to be the mantra of a organization that me and Sherry are trying to start that is going to help people get out of debt, clean up their credit, protect their identity, try to maximize their skills as an individual for their own personal business. That's essentially what we're trying to do. We're trying to help, like 10 to 15 people, get financially stable, pretty much. The company we're with is called MyEcon. And MyEcon is a financial education company. That's kind of what they do. They pretty much teach the stuff that nobody else really teaches, if that makes any sense. Everything financial. The first thing I should mention is that I listen to my wife doing training for probably about 2 weeks before I even asked the question. She was online with a couple of the sponsors that got her in, and they were basically training her on how to shift her income. That's what the t-shirt says, shift your income. What is shifting your income? I'll get to that in just a moment, but they were basically giving her information about the W-4 that I actually previously had not known. Because, during working, when you first apply for that job, to the point you get hired, to the point where you fill out the paperwork for your taxes and all that stuff, the W-4 was only usually a one-pager. I never actually knew that it was actually 2 pages. Why? Probably because I never really looked. I just wanted to fill out my deductions, get the form done quick as possible and back to HR so they could have all the information they needed to process my check. That's pretty much, how it goes for most people. They don't read it. I have, me and my wife, we don't have any kids yet, so it's just me and my wife. It's 1 and 1. 1 plus 1, 2. Just that simple. Put it on the form, fill it out, turn it in. Pretty much. But when they were talking to her about the W-4, they kept mentioning a second page. And I'm like, second page? W-4 doesn't have a second page, is what I was saying to myself. I didn't say nothing out loud because I was basically eavesdropping in on her training. So I'm like, thinking to myself, what second page are they talking about, and what the heck is going on? I'm listening to the conversation, but I'm also like, what is going on? What second page? Was I not thorough enough in filling my W-4 out? That's kind of what I thought to myself. So they're going through the process. They explained the second page to her, and I listened to the whole training. So she got off, she got done. I immediately turned to her after she's done with her conference or teleconference or a webinar or whatever I forgot what the exact format was, but she got done with it. I turned to her and said, what are they talking about? And she was like, apparently, we've been filling out our W-4s wrong for our jobs. And I'm like, how's that? You read the front, and it's got, A through H, I believe, or something like that. And you put in the number and you sign it and turn it in. Like, it can't get much simpler than that, is my thoughts. But obviously I was wrong. So, she shared a little bit of that information with me that day. I actually printed out a W-4 from the IRS website, and lo and behold, it came out in 2 pages. Now, mind you, during this whole training, we own an actual home-based business, and we got into MyEcon too for the education. So, as I'm looking through this highlighted, format or template is what I would call it, a template. I'm like looking at stuff that like I've seen this before. We own a home-based business, so I'm like looking at stuff and I'm like, wait a minute, like I didn't know that, I didn't know this, I didn't know that. As I'm going down the form. Suffice it to say, I was kind of losing a lot of money. It was enlightening. It was enlightening. I decided kind of right then. So if they're doing financial education about home-based businesses and how to get your personal finances and business finances in order, then I might want to be a part of this. So I decided to join to learn. I've learned a lot, and it's only been like, a month, I think. I've learned enough. The first strategy is to shift your income. I joined MyEcon November 4th, I believe it was. I shifted my income on that same day because income shifting doesn't take that long. It's a tax strategy. Did the income shift and waited to get paid to see how much money I had saved. So the next check, my normal taxes were about $320 per check, something like that. It's pretty high, I thought, for taxes. After the income shift, got my first check, and it was like $180 in taxes. So I kind of looked at my check, and I was kind of like, what? Like, okay. It went from like 33% down to like 18. So I'm like, okay, I didn't know that. So me being the person that I am, I'm like, okay, this could have been a fluke, right? So I'm going to do one more check to ensure that this works the way they say it works. So I get my next check, and it's $180 and some change. So it's actually a little bit high, about $2 higher than my last one. So like 142. So at this point, I'm like, oh yeah, I need to tell everybody about this. So I just follow the logic. Spend a little money, right, to make a bigger sum of money. If you can't understand that, I'm not sure how or what's going on. Like, that's as layman as it gets. Spend a little bit of money to get a bigger sum of money every single month. And it's not illegal. What? Shut up. Okay. I'm done. This is my first video, or my first post to OTCU. OTCU on the come up, people. We are trying to educate people about their personal finance. Educate yourself, educate your family members, educate each other, because we are all on the come up. Until next time, have a great day. Remember, education is the key to success.